What's up, guys? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I, and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. And guys, is it possible that the MCU, that Marvel, is scaling back the merchandising push on the upcoming movie Wakanda Forever because they're afraid they're going to alienate black men? Could this be true? Now, guys, there's a rumor that's going around out here as reported on Bounding Into Comics, and I saw it a few days ago, and I want to comment on what this could possibly be about and to share our ideas, whether we think this is true, whether it might be true, or why it would be true if it is true. Because after all, guys, you know that I've been talking about my views on Black Panther 2, or Wakanda Forever as it's called, which is totally ridiculous. But I've been sharing my views on this, guys, and I thought from the very beginning that it's a huge mistake not to recast T'Challa. I felt like it was being very disrespectful to the memory of Chadwick Boseman, who worked very hard to bring this groundbreaking character to the big screen, but for some reason, we've been flamboozled into thinking that this is the way to somehow honor this incredible, talented actor who was gone too soon by ending everything that he was working towards with this particular character. Now, I know we're going on with the wide, wonderful world of Wakanda, but that's not what the story is supposed to be. That's been my opinion on all of this thus far. And I've talked about my experiences watching the original movie with my son. I did that years ago, guys. So it's interesting to me that mere weeks before the wide release of this movie, that somebody would be hanging back, according to this rumor, and say, maybe we should just chill with the merchandising on this one because it's very black female heavy, which in itself is nothing wrong with that because black females are big consumers. Whether they'll buy this remains to be seen. Somehow I don't think so, unless you have like a Shuri or Okayo Barbie doll or something like that. I don't see it. But yeah, so according to this, there is some concern about this, right? So I want to share a little bit of this article with you guys and talk about what we think might be happening here, okay? So it says here, according to alleged insider sources, whose insights were relayed directly to Bounding Into Comics by entertainment reporter and insider Valiant Renegade, many licensed product manufacturers have cut back on their Black Panther products versus their more standard mapping for their categories with respect to what they would usually do with a property with an upcoming over $1 billion exposure push. Over $1 billion, guys. Okay, but they're scared. Why are they scared? Because ultimately they realize they've done the wrong thing. They wouldn't be scared, they would be confident if they knew that they were doing something that was actually true to what it was supposed to be, which is what the original one was, which caused the worldwide phenomenon in the first place. But no, they wanted to go mixing with it and messing with it and reinventing it, and now they're concerned. All right, so going on. This means either limiting Wakanda Forever's line depth and or smaller production runs, he added. So it says here, all right, no, let's go down to, let's see, I'm going to scroll down, guys. Of course, you know I'm going to leave the link to this in the description below in the pinned comment. As to why Marvel was expressing such caution with Wakanda Forever's merchandising, Valiant Renegade turned to supposed focus group findings and explained that the company's fears stem from the fact that Black Panther is not a property or a mantle. Did you hear that, guys? For everyone who's been coming in the comment section saying, Black Panther is a mantle, anybody can wear it, so we shouldn't have to recast. Batman is also a mantle, the mantle of the bat. But how many people have we seen playing Batman? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's take that from the top. As to why Marvel was expressing such caution with Wakanda Forever's merchandising, Valiant Renegade turned to supposed focus group findings and explained that the company's fears stem from the fact that Black Panther is not a property or a mantle, but rather a very specific character whose appeal is very male, even more than usual. This seems especially true with black men, he highlighted, clarifying that a more intricate focused study would be needed to confirm this observation as a fact. Of course, you're talking to a black man right here, so I do realize that it is. I can confirm that it is a fact. This is something that black men are drawn to. And, well, just going on. The perception of the hero is not only from the Solo movie, but it's the sum of all of his on-screen exposure. Valiant Renegade continued, sadly noting that comics don't score here. Now, of course, you guys remember that I told the story about going to see Marvel Universe live, and when Black Panther came out, the whole arena erupted. You know what I'm saying? So it is definitely something that the audience is drawn to in terms of the character. Okay, who the character is as he was represented in the movies pretty much defines the popularity of that character as well as the world around that character. Black men have the strongest relationship with the character, with an interesting, strong pop on the father-son dynamic, which is the reason why I share my stories with my son, because stories like that don't get a whole lot of representation out here. I feel like it's very important to put it out there because most people devalue that relationship and they don't understand that relationship, which is evidenced by some of the pushback that I got in my comment section where they say, well, it could be girls too. Fathers share a lot of things with girls as well, as do mothers. But this particular thing is what it is. And that's my point. That's the reason why it should be reserved and preserved. Okay, so it says here, Black men identify with the Black king, strong male figure, word association, noble, strength, how the character holds himself. They admire that in the hero, inspiring to them. To this end, the insider detailed that the above carries over to fathers and sons, as seeing the movies was a great bonding experience for many Black men and their sons. Of course, once again, something that I have relayed over and over again years ago. Why are we talking about this in 2022 like it's some type of revelation? This is what I'm saying, guys. Sometimes it's common sense. You have to think for yourself instead of being dictated to by people who don't understand you or what's good for your community. Strong Black men are good for the community. It's good for the world. It's good for the family. To devalue that, to discontinue that, is a betrayal to the very community that these people pretend to be looking out for. But of course, what does it mean to hear me, who's supposed to be the target audience, recognizing that and talking about it? It means nothing, apparently. In mom groups, this came up as my husband, boyfriend, ex took their son to see the movies with the character in it, sometimes twice. He said these outings would sometimes include a detour to a toy retailer on the way home. Damn it, man. Did I not talk about that in the middle of the movie? How my son tugged on my arm and said, can we go to get a Black Panther action figure as the movie was going on? Mark, why do you have to keep on with the I told you so's? Because I get so much pushback for it and not enough people are picking this up and talking about it, which is the reason why this ass movie is being made in the first place. Keep in mind, I said that it could be entertaining. It could be wildly entertaining, but it's not what it's supposed to be. It's a betrayal of what it's supposed to be. And this is what I'm talking about. He said here, in mom groups, this is perceived as my husband or boyfriend or ex took their son to see the movies with the character in it, sometimes twice, and that's good for them. They like that. The women like the fact that men can bond with their sons this way. Like I said, they can bond with their daughters other ways, maybe even this way. But the vast majority of people who are going to see this movie initially were doing it as a bonding experience between fathers and sons, something we don't see publicized enough of in the Black community. This is important. This is the power of that particular character. Now, I've taken him to see every other character as well. The Hulk, Captain America, Iron Man, the Avengers, Justice League, all of that stuff. But this is something that is very, very specific, very, very important because it's a true, honest Black character, okay? Instead of being blackwashed, instead of being something else that devalues what it's supposed to be. This is a true Black king, male, strong character who looks out for his family. And I don't know if you guys have been noticing, but in the hood, too many times that's lacking, okay? So there's an ideal that was being put forth here that is no longer there. That's the thing. That's what I've been objecting to in the very beginning. We all know that Black women are strong. We all know that we can get along in our families, that are headed by women. We know this, but what about the ideal? We need to see an ideal, some sort of idea to shoot for. You know, something that says that we are valued in our homes as black men. Something that says that we made a difference or we can make a difference. In one of my earliest videos, I ran down the statistics of having a male not be in the home and how it can lead to other things like increased unwanted pregnancy, increased incarceration, increased early death, health problems, just about everything you can name. So why is it that we've come to this point now in our history where we can actually tell ourselves that it's okay to discontinue a character that's been around so long, a black king, a black male that has already been shown to inspire so many people? Why is it okay now to let that go when you see the need for it is so strong now? It's undeniable. We love to show black kids running through convenience stores, wrecking shit, you know, flash mobs and all of that stuff. Oh, we love to show it. But when we talk about things that can be used to combat that, even if it's just a movie or a character, why would you belittle that? Why would you devalue that? Why would you discontinue that? We need every bit of help we can in turning these kids around and inspiring them. I've heard people say, I think it's sad. It's so sad that you're reaching out to a cartoon character for something you could be doing yourself. I have a wonderful relationship with my son. Okay, notice how nobody says that when their son loves Spider-Man. Nobody says that when their son loves Superman or Batman. But when it comes to a character like Black Panther, I shouldn't have to fight for this. I shouldn't have to speak for this. All right, but since I am, all of a sudden now it's just a cartoon character. It's so sad. You should be nothing. Okay? We see what the situation is out here and how important it is. All right, but the only time it seems like anybody wants to listen or even thinks about the black man is when they talk about their multi-billion-dollar industry and franchise. They missed the money, so now it's look back and think about the black man according to this story. This is something we should be thinking about first and foremost in our minds. This is a legacy character. This is an important character. All right. So this has been my point from the very beginning. That's all it is, guys. I don't know how much more is left in here, but like I said, I am going to link it up in the description in the pinned comment below so you can check it out, guys. But this is everything, if I'm understanding him right, this is everything that Chadwick Boseman stood for to get this thing started. This is not a slight. This is not something that is meant to be disrespectful, you know, towards all of the talented actresses and actors that's going to be going into Wakanda Forever. But guys, this is the flim flam. This is the rub. This is what we're talking about. We need to hold these people to a higher standard. We need to hold them accountable for what they say they're trying to do. If you say that you're trying to honor Chadwick Boseman, then you should really think about what that man, that black man who was trying to relate to other black men and black boys and everybody else for that matter, what he really stood for. You know, if you want to serve the creation, you think about what Stan Lee created that character for. Not just when you retrospectively, or, you know, you look back and you say, oh yeah, what about black men? We need them to buy our shit. You know, it goes deeper than that, guys, and I wish more people would understand that. But for my part, that's what I wanted to say about that when I saw the article. And I'm interested in what you guys think about this in the run-up to Wakanda Forever. Let me know. Get in the comment section. As always, like I said, you can like, you can share, you can subscribe, hit the notification bell, and remember, there is a super thanks feature on all of my videos. Thank you guys for listening. As always, I catch you on the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.